but this thing I was just talking about, the religion, like the Christians losing Christians, he blames that on rap music. And yeah, right, because like the people who are least likely to leave Christianity are black folks.
Oh, no, yeah, no, well, particularly black women, they not leaving. My mama and sisters and grandma.
No, I know.
It's Jesus to the end.
Yeah,
Jesus was like the original rapper, though.
Right.
He was a arguably black guy, or at least dark, hung with a posse of homies. One of them was strapped with a knife, went to war with the government, lost, like a lot of black guys do. And everybody loved him more after he died, like Tupac.
Mike, what do you say to people who link crime and violence to rap music?
After I say you're stupid? Rap music, hip-hop, as a entity, was started in the late 60s, early 70s. Bunch of kids were in the burnt-out gutter called the South. Yeah, I'm about to give it to you. I'm going to give you some game. Check this out. I know you didn't have like Jay and
I thought it was a little later than that.
No, I got you. Check me out. There's going to be a movie comes out called Rubble Kings. So in the late 60s, all these kids that were kind of the fallout kids of the black nationalist movement, civil rights, poor white people's movement, Puerto Rican nationalism movement, they had street gangs in New York and the Bronx that were just essentially burnt out. At some point, very late 60s, early 70s, these kids were like, we're gonna come up with our own peace treaty. Came up with their own peace treaty, decided that we aren't gonna engage in violence. Well, what's the alternative to violence? The Zulu Nation was born out of that. Africa Bambaataa, Cool Herc. Google these, I'm telling you, it's way bigger than any of the rappers you think now, and the story is way more interesting. These kids, they were children, got together in the park, stole public electricity, which I strongly support, and decided to do park jams as an alternative to violence. So hip hop is not rap. Hip hop is the thing that houses rap, graffiti, breakdancing, and DJing and entrepreneurship. And what it did was give poor kids the opportunity to organize as an alternative to violence. Now, fast forward 40 years, it worked. A lot of money came into it. Guys bought big chains and tigers and lions and bears and shit, and we got off course. But at our core, hip hop, every time you see a successful rapper, you're seeing a job creator in a community. Jay-Z has provided hundreds of jobs and created dozens of millionaires, and has changed the economy in places that it wouldn't have been. Outkast in Atlanta personally changed the economy in the last 20 years. So I would say that people who say hip hop is violence, I would say let's start with the real violence starters. Let's start with the 3 major Abrahamic religions, and let's do away with their books. Let's start with governments and geo-war and politics. Let's do away with our leaders. So after we get down the violent scale of all the things that create real violence to get to music, it'll be easy.